Hi everyone, and welcome to another pick a card reading. This one is on the subject of what's coming in 2025. Great things coming in 2025. Um, so, it is so bizarre that we've come to the end of 2024 already, and I'm sure we say it every year, but it is as if time is just accelerating at such a pace. It's ridiculous. So here we are looking ahead to the new year, and I just want to wish everyone happy holidays, whatever it is you celebrate at this time of year. I hope you have a good one, and I hope you're enjoying the lead up to that new year. And gosh, it's certainly going to be full of interesting surprises yet again. But this one is going to just blow your socks off. If you think 2024 was extraordinary when it comes to world affairs, you will be in for a lot of surprises next year. Get ready. Okay, but on a personal note, just prepare yourself to find what's going to be really great, what's going to be really fun. Not saying that it's going to be a horrible year at all. No, it's just going to be very revealing. Looking ahead, though, looking for the goodness in it, the goodness in the year ahead, the goodness in life, all the good stuff that we can extract and look forward to. Meditate, close your eyes, get centered, or maybe you've already chosen your number, and just allow yourself to be inspired and guided. Have a fantastic 2025, everyone. Have a wonderful end of year celebration and time exhaling, or, having fun, just enjoying the things that there are to enjoy in life. And yeah, I'll be back again soon, hopefully again towards the end of the year, before the year ends. But if not, happy 2025, happy new year. Okay, so if you chose group number one, for this group, your year is start very interestingly. Even at the beginning of the year, it feels as if you're going to be thinking about embracing the possibility of new places. Wondering whether it's time for you to take some sort of a journey, whether it's time for you to explore other things in life. You might be dreaming of faraway places. You might be feeling a bit ungrounded. You might feel as if you're ready for some kind of adventure, but not sure exactly what form you want it to take. And your plans may not immediately be entirely grounded in reality or the most productive reality for you, but only because you haven't had a chance to think it through thoroughly. For those of you who have, this could be the time, the moment, it could be the beginning of the year that gives you that decisive sense of it's time to go forward, it's time to make a change. I'm ready for something different, I'm ready for something new. You will receive a lot of support from the most unlikely places, whether you decide to actually physically travel or whether it's an inner adventure that you're planning to take. So look out for that, and stay focused on what your dreams are. Stay focused on what it is that you really are going to find exciting in the year ahead, because that's going to be the thing, the plan, the idea that's most meaningful to you. And if you're very clear about what it is, it will be a lot easier for you to dig your heels in, stick to your guns, and decide, if this is what you really want, that you're just going to go for it. But there's lots happening throughout the year, and some of these journeys will simply be inner journeys of awakening. It could be that there's so much here about spiritual awakening and transformation and transitions into new consciousness, that it's highly possible that you'll start the year wanting to travel physically, and you will, towards the middle of the year, realize that in a sense you're already traveling, because you're moving through so many changes and inner transformations in your life in general. So you might decide that actually you don't want to go anywhere physically. You just want to continue enjoying your ever unfolding journey. If you are doing some sort of traveling, It could be that you're doing something that brings you closer to someone. There could be some kind of romantic implications, because my guides have just said to me, look at the romance cards, look at the cards concerning romance. And it feels as if there could be some surprises for some of you in terms of what you decide to just do on a whim, either with a partner or to meet someone or to go in search of the love of your life or to connect with your soulmate or twin flame, just on the basis of a feeling that you kind of think you know where they kind of sort of could be, or you kind of have a crush on someone and you're just willing to suddenly risk everything to travel to the other side of the world to be where they are, to see whether there's anything in it. um, there is something that is very destined that's happening in 2025 for the people who chose this group, and it could be something romantic, or it could be something to do with your overall spiritual growth, your awareness, and your evolution as a being, as a living being. So let's continue on the general theme, and then we can look at career in more detail and maybe come back to love. But for the moment, this is all about your journey, your general life journey. You're going to be feeling much more in the flow in 2025. If there have been lots of fits and starts, going forward for a while, then stopping, breaking your momentum, having to start all again from scratch. It could be that you've become more assertive, or just generally clearer about what you need or what you want to do. And maybe you're giving yourself a break, letting yourself off the hook and allowing yourself to just enjoy life a lot more, because there's a lot of enthusiasm coming in 2025, and some of it comes from this energy of being able to surrendering to the journey, whether it's a physical journey or merely an inner journey. So, for a lot of you who chose this group, you're going to be surrendering control over the way that things should go, the way that you think things should be, what you think makes sense, or what you think is the right way to do things. And you're going to be going inward and increasing your knowledge in some particular area. It could be, again, looking at that theme of spiritual growth, it could be that you continue on your spiritual journey, or you begin a spiritual journey, you start plowing into that in much more depth, taking it much more seriously, maybe doing some sort of a course. Or it could be that you're learning something that is going to give you more focus going forward and give you more shape to your goals and your dreams and your plans. Maybe something that helps you to market what you do, or maybe a whole other qualification that leads to a new career path. And you're being told to rest assured that you will manifest what you need. You will be able to do the things that you're hoping to do. It could be that you've been trying to save up for a long time to invest in equipment, or to invest in having the time to create something new. And maybe there's some kind of a course that you need to take that's going to show you how to create this new thing. Whether you're considering creating a course yourself, or learning how to produce your own music online, or whether you want to learn how to paint really well and sell your paintings, or whether you want to know how to run courses in person, or how to promote your book, or anything like that. It's connected to something that is a part of this journey that leads you to a career transition. And it could turn out to be that the career transition is actually enough of a journey for you to feel that you have traveled a long way by the time we get to the end of 2025. So just trust that your life purpose is seeking you out right now. What you seek is seeking you, and it will be in 2025. It's as if you've been sowing the seeds, even back as far as 2023, 2022, 2020. And it's as if in 2025, it all starts to explode. It all starts to look like a coherent, cogent plan, rather than pie in the sky, which is how it might have felt to you for a long time, because you didn't have the resources, or you didn't have the time to actually put it into action. There are lots of messages here about teaching and learning. So it could be that you are definitely thinking of teaching something or studying something yourself if you're not actually a teacher or hoping to become one. So study is going to be very important. Formulating your plans is going to be very important. For some of you, you will be developing your clairsentience, your clairvoyance, and you will be using those gifts to help others or to gain more clarity for yourself, so that any sense of confusion, earlier confusion that you may have had, begins to clear up. You could also receive a lot of angelic help in overcoming some of the difficulties or the limitations that you've had in the past. So please do ask, and ask knowing that you'll receive, because you would be amazed at the power of prayer and petitioning when you do it absolutely knowing that you'll receive the help that you need. And if you don't have the confidence to outright ask for things like resources and believe that you'll receive them, ask to be given faith and strength and wisdom to know what's possible for you to believe, and to therefore be guided to ask for the right things that are in alignment with divine will and that will bring you to your highest good, your highest purpose. This is a year really for everyone to step into their purpose in a much more fundamentally powerful way, and to go forward and start creating the life of your choosing, the life that you really want, the life that you really envisage, and your own unique way of showing up in the world, your own way of doing things. But understand, nothing is lost. Everything is in divine timing. It's perfect timing. All the time that you've spent preparing in recent years, that was absolutely essential, because the quality and the elevation of what you have to offer now, that could not have come to you 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It's something that needed time to mature and develop, like a fine wine, my guides are saying, like a fine wine. And you're actually going to begin to start to get a sense of that, an aroma of that over the Christmas period, as you start to really begin to truly acknowledge and be thankful and grateful for your personal, spiritual, or creative evolution in recent years. And that will be a fantastic launching point for you in at the beginning of 2025. There's going to be some shedding as well. There will be some aspects of your work that you are going to admit to yourself you've outgrown in 2025. There'll be some things that you no longer want to do. For some of you, for those of you who actually work for someone else, who are employed, this may be the year that you decide you want to be self-employed, or it may be the year that you say no to being treated poorly or not having your contribution valued. It could be the year that you step into your power fully and you either start looking for an alternative, alternative employment, or when you start putting your own offerings together and just having the courage to step out there as an autonomous, creative, powerful, empowered, self-governing being. You also have opportunities to connect with other people who are very similar to that. People who are very clear thinkers, people who are perhaps at the end of their journey or further on in their journey. Maybe you feel like a page, like you're just starting out. Maybe you feel like a knight. These are kings, people who can help you. Gender's not necessarily important, but they may be people who have reached a strong, a powerful level of creative expression and success in a creative endeavor, or in a mental field, or in the field of teaching, education, and analytical pursuits. People who are very good at what they do, who can guide you and lead you forward. You may be stepping into a field that you see as being slightly competitive, and that might have held you back in the past, but no more, because you're, on some level so either frustrated with yourself or bored or feeling apathetic about things are that you know a shake-up needs to happen now, and you are willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to risk your, put your insecurities to one side, get outside of your comfort zone and step into a much bigger vision in a much bigger arena, even if it means that you have to sort of, really sort of dig your heels in a bit and say, no, I am strong enough to deal with this. I am able, and I do have angels and guides around me who can support me and help me with this. So these are the career messages. On the final note, when it comes to love, for some of you, there is some kind of a proposal coming. It could be a marriage proposal. It could be an offer. It could be someone saying that they want to move in and see what happens. It could be a second honeymoon, or it could be an eternity ring and a promise of an extended relationship, something. It could be a proposal from someone who wants to work with you and collaborate with you. But it really is, a love message. So it could be some kind of a love proposal that comes completely as a surprise, something that you're not expecting. So that could be someone who has a crush on you actually appearing from the shadows and claiming you for their own and letting you know how they feel. So it's going to be a very exciting year, whether you're coupled or single, whether you're working for yourself or working for someone else, and certainly if you're on a spiritual path of growth and evolution. So good luck with that. Happy 2025, group number 1. Thank you for listening, and thank you for all your love, your comments, your likes, and your support in general during 2024. Have a good one. Bye. Hi, group number 2. So, as I look at your reading, again, there are lots of messages about movement, about looking for the right path, about wanting to choose wisely, also wanting to be a wise leader, whether you're leading a group of people that you work with, or people you teach, or children, or people in some kind of a community where you have followers, people who are watching you, observing you, watching your work, benefiting from what you bring. You are definitely in 2025 going to continue to see yourself as, or going to allow yourself to start becoming and seeing yourself as a wise leader and a beacon for others, someone who is worth following, someone who has a lot to say that is worth hearing. And you are going to be expanding your reach. You are going to be allowing yourself to grow. You're going to be moving in the world in a way that's much more powerful in 2025, and that feels much more aligned and in alignment with a greater sense of possibility. You're going to start to feel that anything is possible. One of the reasons for this, group number 2, is that you have a tremendous amount of dynamic healing energy flowing through you, and that is going to increase in 2025. And if you're not aware of it just yet, you will become more aware of it going forward. You will have a greater connection with Source. I don't know whether that's going to be through prayers or meditation that you're doing, or whether you've made changes in your diet, or whether you're just increasing generally in your confidence and faith in your spiritual path, your spiritual practice. If that's not a part of your life, then maybe this isn't your reading, but this is definitely a time when you will be answering the call to step into your greatness, group number 2. This is generally actually a theme for most people, especially the spiritual teachers, the light workers, the star seeds, those who are here on a mission. And I do feel 2025 is going to be a very important year for all of us. It's kind of where the rubber hits the road, and it's time to decide what you stand for and what you don't stand for, and really be ready to appear where others need you to be a light, need you to be a lighthouse, need you to be a beacon. So for some people, this will feel like unknown territory because it might be the first year that they're actually stepping into their path. But understand and know that you are exactly where you need to be at this time. Wherever you've found yourself, Maybe you're not in the place that you thought you'd be at this point in your life. Maybe that's geographically. Maybe that's in terms of you being hard on yourself and it's career. It's like you thought you might be a bit further ahead by now. Maybe it's in love. Maybe it's in terms of your resources, your finances, your home ownership or lack thereof. Whatever it is that you're telling yourself off about, that you're not exactly where you thought you would be by now, please understand that the things that are really important in life are often invisible things that are happening deeply below the surface, to do with our growth, to do with our understanding of life, of the world, of ourselves, to do with our appreciation of the little things and our ability to love and connect with others. So if you're doing some of those things, you are absolutely where you need to be, and you're doing absolutely fine. If you know how to love, if you have at least one person that you can honestly say, hand on heart, I love this person and I care about what happens to them long after they leave the room. If you can honestly say, hand on heart, that there are several moments throughout the day when you actually have a deep appreciation and gratitude for some small thing that we've been given, then you're doing okay. And that gratitude can be the key to opening up all the other wonderful things that you want to see in your life. You are also going to be receiving a lot of signs in 2025, group number 2. You are tired of being held back. You are tired of any confusion. You are tired of being afraid. And in some senses, you are jolly well tired of yourself. And in 2025, I feel that starts to break open and you begin to go beyond your fears. You begin to realize that actually what is needed is not a lack of fear, but the ability to do stuff anyway, as they say. Yes, paraphrasing wildly here, but you know exactly what I mean. Sometimes you're just going to have to force yourself through that door into that room, or put that ad out and just trust that you're going to be okay when the event or the thing, whatever it is, actually comes around. You have to do something different, group number 2, because if we do nothing different, nothing changes, and you do not want to be stuck at the beginning of 2026, because your time is now. Really, it's a very powerful time for anyone who wishes to be a light to others, anyone who wishes to be a powerful creator, anyone who wishes to make something that's beautiful and sacred, that's their own vision and share it with the world, or just anyone who wants to do something that's their own voice, their own self-expression, their own vision of something they want to share in the world. It's your time. You need to do this. Someone new is coming in 2025, group number 2, who's going to help you. It could be a new relationship for those of you who are available and looking. If it's a new relationship, it's a relationship that's going to feel like a true partnership, a true equal partnership, something that creates a synergy. So it's going to feel like someone comes along who is equally gifted or equally focused, equally ambitious, or equally peaceful, whatever it is that you wish to expand in your life. Did I say creative? And they will come together with you and create even more of that thing that you're hoping to create. For some of you, it will just be a straight up business collaboration, but it will be someone who actually who has the bits that you don't have, who knows how to help you to guide, think things forward. Yes, so move your gifts, your skills, your talents forward in a way that's very grounded, very concrete, and very authoritative. So that would be very helpful as well. For some of you, it could be new friends coming in, it could be new people, it could just be time for you to break out of a pattern of, I don't know, trying to do everything yourself, or just trying to spending too much time alone. So they may not be coming to help you with anything in particular, but they may be coming to be, a source of comfort, of fun, of, new adventures, new things to experience. But you also in 2025, group number 2, will also need to be very aware of how you connect with people, how you speak to people, and how you view yourself. So in other words, see yourself as an authority, but also where you connect with people who are in a position of authority, people who've already done it before, people who have something to offer you, people who maybe have more knowledge or more experience. Please just respond in a way that's going to be the most peaceful and that's going to be the most helpful to you. See it as a win-win. Sometimes there are times when we really need to step into our power, and there are also times when remaining in a place of humility can actually bring us great gifts where we're really able to harmonize and bond and work well with people, and we are able to reap the rewards from that and to receive as much as we give. Think collaboratively in 2025 is what I've just heard, group number 2. It's absolutely time for you to put yourself out there and stop hiding your talents. It's time. Get out there, do it. You have so many love messages. I feel as if I want to mention the love thing before I go any further. You are being asked not to settle for less than you deserve, and that is whether you are in a current partnership or whether you are looking for love. Don't rush. You are a child of the divine. You deserve to have your dreams come true. Do not give up on your dreams. You're also being asked not to give up on love in general, you know? So for some of you, it does mean that a relationship that you really care about can be healed. It could be even in your family, a family relationship that could be healed. For some of you, it's current relationship that has been a little bit rocky or that just needs a few tweaks here and there. Use your own judgment, of course. This is your free will choice. No reading should tell you whether or not you should stay with someone when you have blatant red flags that you need to observe. But this is absolutely a hopeful message that things can be healed in situations that are a little bit rocky, that just need a little bit of tweaking, and where there's willingness on both sides to heal things. Also, yeah, it's a message to not give up on the love that you are waiting for and trust that it will come in its own time, in divine timing. It will arrive. If you are single, you are being asked to enjoy the anticipation of love coming into your life. Enjoy it by giving yourself little self-love treats. Treat yourself the way you'd want to be treated by a lover. Go take yourself out, go see movies, go and have a nice dinner. Do these things alone. Go have a massage. Just treat yourself, because it could very well happen this year, and you might be looking back on your single time and thinking, why didn't I just enjoy that a bit more? So you also have a new adventure in love, a new adventure in love. So this is looking very good if you're single. If you're coupled, it's looking very good for healing, and it's also looking good for new adventures coming with a current partner. So maybe with your current partner, husband, wife, spouse, you will be traveling somewhere fun and exciting and having a blast, having a life-changing time. But if you're single, this could be someone who comes into your life who has a very adventurous spirit, who will encourage you to break out a little bit and maybe travel more, but maybe just do more fun things and be open to have more adventures. Someone who's very spontaneous and very much wants to live for the moment and go for it. You've got a lot of fun coming in next year, but you also have a lot of fresh start and a lot of strength coming from the things that you've learned in the past. You also have a lot of creative adventures, as well as, physical adventures, adventures in love. So it could be that you start to really commit to and trust yourself as a creative person, or as an entrepreneur, as someone who can create things in the world, whether that's a great business idea or something of a creative nature. You're also going to find yourself coming to a place of more stability with your finances, where you are hardly going to be able to believe what's happening and how it has happened in the course of 1 year. I feel that by the end of 2025, even if things have been a little bit rocky for you, you will have found ways, very resourceful, very ingenious ways of improving your lot when it comes to your financial reality, your physical stability. And again, this could mean, teaming up with others in some sort of a community venture, or, working in collaboration with others. You're being asked to have patience in 2025. You've been patient all these years. There's no no point being rash now and making the wrong choices because of impatience. All is well. Everything's happening in divine timing. This is the year when you take your power back and you take your time with things, because you realize there's no need to rush or panic anymore. You may have a complete life review. So where some of the things that you need to change in order to achieve greater stability in life. This may come as the result of you sitting down, evaluating, looking at everything you've got, getting things down on paper, drawing up loads of sheets. Maybe you even use, spreadsheets and charts and calendars and all this sort of thing. Get very clear. And if you don't want to do it it doesn't have to be in such a sort of left-brained way. You could just do a brainstorm and do some mind maps and ask yourself, what have I got? What skills have I got that I'm not using? What could I do? Who do I know? What companies are there that I know that are looking? What could I do on a gig basis? What could I do as a freelancer? How could I use my time a bit better? How could I use my resources a bit better, more effectively? And that's what's going to help to change things for you. So group number 2 is going to be a very interesting year, and I think there will be some thrills along the way. Enjoy every minute, and happy 2025 if we don't connect again before then. And of course we can, if you'd like to work with me personally, don't forget that there are lots of links below the video. I tend to post more little mini picker cards throughout the months on Instagram, so please follow me on Instagram as well to keep the flow of energy going, to keep more, if you need more reassurance or you just want to stay in touch over the holiday period, I will be posting there. You can direct message me, we can stay in touch. Okay, so I think that's about it. Check out all the links if you want to get a reading, personal reading, or if you'd like to be mentored by me in 2025. That could be a great start to the year. If not, happy 2025 and take good care, and God bless. Bye. Hi, group number 3, and welcome to your reading for 2025. Look at some of the fun things coming, the good things, the interesting things, the things that you need to know, So, okay. So for you, this is going to be a year of truth. 2025. Yes, group number 3. It's going to be very, very interesting in that respect, because what this is telling me is that you may have had some times, years even, of doubt, of confusion. It could be that you have been unclear about what is the absolute truth of what you're here to do. Maybe you're multi-passionate, multi-talented, and you've had lots of things on the go or lots of possibilities. It could be that you have had one gift that you've been zooming in on, but it has deeper and deeper and deeper levels of truth that need to be revealed to you. So, for example, maybe you've stepped onto your path as a spiritual leader or teacher, and you've been doing readings, but now you're going to start channeling. Or maybe you've been trying to do 10 different things. Now you're going to start focusing on just one or two. Or they're all suddenly going to start to come together in a delightful way that's not only manageable, but it's really inspiring, really exciting, and you have lots of time somehow to do all the things. But it could be that one of these things, these activities, is your absolute truth, in the sense that it's your absolute joy, it is your greatest, strongest gift, and it is the thing that just lights you up from the inside and just really speaks to people around you, or people even in the public, about who you are and the powerful messages you have, and the powerful, unique way that only you have to deliver those messages in the world. So that is going to be super exciting. I also feel that because you're going to start to focus on this one thing, and you will receive abundance as a result of that, because sometimes when we're spreading ourselves too thinly, we're getting a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit from too many different things, because our energy is representing itself that way. It's too dispersed, so we can't receive fully. When you start putting all your energy into one, maybe two things, maybe one and a half, let's just say, in 2025, group number 3, you are going to start to finally reap the rewards. And what this will lead to is the ability for you to actually rest a little bit more, to actually have a little bit more time, because you're going to receive more. You're going to be receiving more for doing less, because you will be operating in your area of genius, and you will be committing to it and finally deciding that you are going to let yourself have all the joy and delight and self-expression and fun that comes from focusing on what it is that your heart truly wants to do and has always actually really wanted to do. So you're going to be fully opening your heart to joy in 2025, group number 3, and you will be rewarded for it. You will start to feel at certain points during this year that there is nothing you can't be, do, have, or overcome. It will literally be like the Cinderella slipper, this thing that you'll be doing. You will be feeling as if you can pull the sword from the stone. It is your Arthur of ventures, or of occupations, gifts, or talents, and it is time for you to let it be, as they say. So there is a big breakthrough coming for you at hand. And if you are not experiencing that immediately as 2025 dawns, please trust that you are on the path now to the gradual, it's not even the awareness, because on some level you're already aware of what this thing is, but you are on the path now to the gradual acceptance of that fact, the gradual acceptance of allowing yourself to just be who you are. You also have put your creative energy into action. So for some of you, it is one beautiful, amazing creative thing that you really want to do, and you do have deeper insights coming. There are deeper insights coming that will help you to really get your clarity about this. For some of you, it's the way you feel, the way that this activity makes you feel. It makes your heart sing, it makes you happy, it makes you just feel as if you're truly being yourself, and yet for some reason you've been able to persuade yourself to just ignore those feelings. You won't be able to do that for much longer, because you're becoming very sensitive to what works for you and what does not, what lights you up and what does not, what lifts you and what drains you. And you are in 2025 going to actually start taking on board what it's going to take for you to be truly happy and fulfilled. And it is time for that. And it's also time for you to have more fun. So if this thing is something that you find to be a great deal of fun, this is yet another reason for you to allow it in, because in 2025 you are going to have a greater sense of urgency about not taking for granted that we have forever, because you've watched several years somehow melt away and you haven't been doing this thing, and you haven't been confronting whatever it is, your fear, your ambivalence, your confusion. This is the year when you actually start to value the time that you have ahead of you, and you start to really appreciate that it's never too late to make up for lost time of maybe the past few years, the past 10 years. I don't know how long it is for you, and you will start to get your power back. This is an ongoing theme, actually. I think group 2 had something about getting their power back or taking their power back. You've forgotten who you are somehow along the way in recent years, group number 3, and you are about to remember, because you are a divine powerhouse. Whatever it is that this gift is that you've been given, it's been given to you for a reason, and you are substantially gifted in that area, and your spirit guides and your higher self and your ancestors want you to know and to stop belittling it, stop putting it down, and stop putting it off. The way forward is open when we do what is in alignment with God's divine will for us. When we do what's in alignment with the will and the wishes of the higher self. It's time to spread your wings, group number 3. Stop holding back. Stop cowering in a corner. Stop being afraid and start stepping out into the spotlight, I heard. So for some of you, it is something that will involve performing. For some, it will involve sharing or speaking or teaching, but it will be in a way that puts you front and center, where you can become more visible, where you can be seen, and you're being asked to breathe. Take each moment take each journey one step at a time. Take each hour one moment at a time, and this is the way to just walk through each day, through each week, through each month. Try not to over stress yourself by thinking about where you're trying to go and what that means. And oh my God, then therefore I can't take even a step forward. Just do what's immediately in front of you. Take several deep breaths and just take the next action step that you need to take. Some of you need to clear your space, or you need to reorganize your space, or reorganize a space that you may be working to help you to be more productive, to help you to feel that your mind can be more organized. Some of you will be working from home, or you'll be making things at home. You might be creating things, whether it's making jewelry or making paintings or writing a book or, recording videos. There's something that you're going to be creating from home. And you need to make sure that your space is set up in a way that, maybe it isn't your workspace, but if it is your workspace, it needs to be optimal for your productivity. And if it isn't your workspace, it needs to be a sanctuary. If you're going to be working extra hard on creating your vision and getting something off the ground, then you really need to know that when you come home, you can relax and you can be really cozy, and you can be, you'll know exactly what I mean, I feel, at the time of listening to this recording. You'll know exactly in what way your space needs to change to make you more productive, more happy, more aligned, more, in the flow when 2025 hits, because you will undoubtedly be stepping into a position of greater leadership throughout 2025. And this is whether you work in a corporate structure, whether you are a self-employed person, whether you are a teacher, a healer, a mystic, a musician, an artist, a creator, an entrepreneur. Whatever it is you do, you will be stepping into a greater role of leadership. So you need to prioritize your tasks, your actions. Some of you need to prioritize yourself. So there may be relationships around you that pull on your energy a little bit too much sometimes, or a little bit too frequently. They can't do that at the beginning of 2025, please, because that is your creative beginning. You have the Ace of Wands. I haven't got many tarot here, but the Ace of Wands is shining. It's like sometimes I look at the cards and my guides will make them light up clairvoyantly, so that I really pay attention to them, and they are showing me the Ace of Wands. And then right next to that you have the Empress. So this is oh my goodness. And the Emperor. Oh, I need to talk about this. Oh my God, I need to talk about this. So you have the Empress, which is telling me that, and it doesn't matter about gender. The Empress is about fertility, creativity, overflowing creativity. This is someone who is totally creatively expressed, totally abundant, totally. It's like all the queens combined. She's totally in control of her world and doing the work that she came here to do. Right next to that, we have the Emperor. So divine masculine, divine feminine, totally in their power. This is power couple vibes. So it could be if you're in a couple, this is highly likely a power couple where you and your partner are both moving towards or living in this high state of incredible self-expression and accomplishment and achievement in the world, and working together and supporting each other and making it happen to create your own amazing world of success. If you're not in a couple, this is the sort of partnership that is aligned for you. This is what your guides and your higher self have planned for you in 2025. Stop settling for less. Stop, going below what you deserve, and what is absolutely in your vortex of creation that you are currently manifesting now. If it hasn't already appeared, the signs of this, or the person, or some indication of this, it's imminent. So at some point during 2025, you'll be experiencing this. Couples will be up-leveling together, and singles, that person is going to find you. Make no mistake about it. So you also have, though, emotional baggage. So I'm moving into the love section a little bit here, because that was such a powerful coupling card there. So make sure, if it's a new connection, or even if it's an established connection, that you're not taking any baggage from the past with you. Any of your doubts and your fears and your insecurities about past relationships, any of the ultra suspicion or, misjudgments of people or fears about, red flags or any of those things. Yes, be wise, be circumspect, and, examine things with an open mind and with an astute head on your shoulders. But beyond that, be really clear about what's real, what's pertaining to now, and what's really just something that you've carried through from the past. But absolutely do not settle for less than you deserve in love. It's time for you to have that divine match, that divine complement that you are longing for and that you so richly deserve. And group number 3, you also have a lot of guides talking to you, trying to give you messages. You have little signs, very strong clairaudient signals. Maybe you're hearing songs on the radio that just match what you need to hear. Maybe you're hearing things in other people's conversations that they just happen to say a few words that you just needed to hear at that moment. Maybe you're hearing, messages or just sensing that your guides are trying to instruct you in a particular direction in 2025. That is going to be amplified. When it comes to love again, you also have a long-term potential here. So if you're already in a long-term partnership, that just means this is going to continue to thrive. For others, you could be meeting that person who is not only going to be a divine complement, but there's also going to be an opportunity for that to evolve into a long-term connection. For others, it's going to be time to make a career move, or you might be asked to make a stronger commitment to a position that you're currently in. Make sure that if you do that, you're aware going forward of what the opportunities are for you to build more stability. So if you need to ask for a pay rise, ask for a pay rise. Know that you are very valued, and that's why this long-term possibility is being offered. And make sure that you're getting what you deserve. If not, for others, it's really just a real vote of confidence, and it's just going to give you a boost. So just know that if you are already happy, you're happy with all the conditions. Don't just ask for a pay rise just for the sake of it, because if you're somewhere that you love working, that's great. For others, you'll be moving to a place, you'll be looking for something that's better, something that suits you, and you need to be discreet while you're looking. And it needs to be something that's more aligned with your life purpose, because as we've said, this is a very powerful year, 2025, for taking our power back, for being who we really came here to be. You in 2025, group number 3, will be stepping into new opportunities all over the place. So even if you don't work for yourself, you're not an entrepreneur, you're not thinking of doing anything creative, there will be new opportunities abounding. So make sure that you just think them all through very clearly, and keep a very balanced and astute head on your shoulders again. So as I said before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're already happy in what you're doing, continue with it. It may just be that all of these exciting creative things and entrepreneur opportunities that will happen could just be happening on the side. But for absolutely certain, there is something that for everyone in this group, if you've chosen this group, there is something that your soul is calling you to do that's at the highest expression of who you are, and you are going to be taking that much more seriously in 2025, and it is going to bring you a lot of happiness. And it could be, even if you've been stuck in a job for ages, this could be the year when you start to see, maybe it's just the seeding for you, when you start to see the potential for this becoming something that could actually earn you a bit of a living. Okay, so or a life, let's just say. My guide said a life. You've already earned a living. You've earned every right to live, and to live well and prosperously and joyfully. Okay, what's yours to claim is a life that you can absolutely love and cherish and enjoy and relish in every moment. So that's what I wish for you, group number 3. It's what I wish for everyone. I wish for a fantastically happy, creative, prosperous and successful year, and a year full of love for everyone. And if I don't connect with you again before 2025, then please take all of that love, all of that guidance, and you can alternatively connect with me on Instagram. The link is below because I post there a bit more frequently. Also, if you'd like to work with me, I would love to work with you too. If you'd like to book a private reading, the links are below for that. And there's all sorts of lovely things below. You can buy the little book of daily guidance. It would make a perfect Christmas gift if you haven't done all your shopping already. Please buy the version that's hardcover from lulu.com because I get nothing from Amazon, nothing. And I'm not exaggerating. Nothing from these people. So anyway, I'm just saying. But yeah, apart from that, anyway, it's been lovely connecting with you. Hope to connect with you again soon. Have fun. Bye.